All right, welcome back to The Explainer. So, have you ever looked at an ad and just thought, wow, that totally gets me? And then you see another one, and it's like it's speaking a completely different language, just totally falls flat. Well, there's a really powerful reason for that. It's kind of like a hidden code in marketing. And today, we're going to crack that code.
So here's what we've got on deck. First, we're going to tackle a problem that, let's be honest, every single marketer faces. Then we'll dive into the 5 levels of awareness. This is the framework that fixes it. After that, we get into the nitty-gritty tactics, how to actually match your message. And we're not just stopping there. We're going to pull back and look at the big picture, the strategy, and show you how this whole thing gives you a brand new way to look at your market.
Okay, first up, let's talk about something that is, well, it's a universal frustration for anyone who's ever tried to sell anything, ever.
I mean, seriously, why do most ads just fall on deaf ears? You pour all this time, all this money, all this creative energy into a message, and you get crickets, just silence. So what's going on? What are we doing that's so wrong?
Well, here's the thing. It's usually not that the message itself is wrong. It's that we're speaking the right message, but at the completely wrong time. We're talking to people who just aren't ready to listen yet. So the secret isn't about finding a better message. It's about better timing. And that is all about something called awareness.
Okay, so how do we fix this mess? Well, we use a framework. And let me tell you, this thing is an absolute game changer. This is the key. It's how you finally understand where your customer is on their journey and meet them right there. This whole idea comes from a true legend in copywriting, a guy named Eugene Schwartz. In his book, Breakthrough Advertising, he laid out this brilliant concept. He basically said, look, your audience isn't just one big faceless crowd. No, they're all individuals on a journey. Think of it like a staircase. Everyone is on a different step, and each step represents a totally different level of awareness about their problem, the solutions, and you. And here are those steps. You've got unaware, problem aware, solution aware, product aware, and finally, most aware. See, your customers, they're starting at the bottom. Sometimes they don't even know they have a problem. And our job? It's not to stand at the top of the stairs yelling, hey, buy my stuff. Our job is to walk all the way down, meet them on their step, take them by the hand, and guide them up, one step at a time.
All right, let's get tactical. Because understanding these levels is cool, but actually talking to people at each level, that's everything. So let's climb that staircase together and see exactly how our message has to shift for each and every step.
Okay, let's start with level 2, the problem-aware customer. We're actually going to skip level 1, the unaware, for now, because they are super hard to reach. So our real starting point is here. This person knows something is wrong. They're feeling a pain point, but they have no clue what the solution is. It's like they have the symptoms, but no diagnosis. Like someone with a splitting sinus headache. They know it hurts, but they don't know what will actually make it go away. Okay, look at the difference here. It's huge, right? The wrong message is just screaming, buy my nasal spray, 50% off. But this person isn't looking for a nasal spray. They're looking for relief. The right message, on the other hand, meets them exactly where they are. It talks about their problem, how to get rid of a sinus infection. It speaks their language. At this stage, you're not even trying to sell a product. You're just trying to build trust. You're becoming the helpful guide. So let's take the next step up. We're at level 3 now, the solution-aware customer. This person has done their homework, they know they have a problem, and they even know what kind of solution they're looking for. For example, maybe they've decided, okay, I want to lose weight. The desire is there, they just need to find the right vehicle, the right program to make it happen. And again, look at the contrast. The wrong message is still stuck back at level 2, the dangers of being overweight. Why would you say that? They already know. You're wasting their time. They've moved on. The right message connects their desire, getting a beach body to your specific product. Here's how I did it using Nick's program. You see, your product becomes the answer to the question they are literally asking themselves right now, and it just continues up the ladder. For the product aware who knows you but is checking out competitors, you hit them with reviews and testimonials. And for the most aware who's ready to pull the trigger, that's when you give them the 50% off deal. It's a different conversation for every single step. But here's where it gets really, really interesting. This is so much bigger than just writing a good ad. Once this clicks, you start to see that this isn't just a marketing tactic. No, it's a full-blown business strategy. I mean, what if this whole framework could do way more than just help you write ads? What if it could change how you see your entire business? Forget about ads for a second. Think about your brand. This gives you a way to decide not just how to compete, but maybe how to avoid competing altogether. There's this great quote from a business strategist, Dr. Mehmet Nurettin Alabay. He said when he first learned this concept, it completely changed his entire game plan. For him, it became a tool to basically create his own little pond where he was the only big fish. So here's what he did. He made a very deliberate choice. He looked at that staircase of awareness and said, you know what? I'm not talking to the people on the bottom steps. He decided to completely ignore the beginners, the get-rich-quick crowd, the people asking basic questions. Instead, he built his entire business to talk only to the people at the very top of the stairs. Established brands, high-revenue businesses with really specific, complex problems. He chose to play a different game. And you know what happened? He started getting comments like this one. Someone literally said, I have to put your videos into ChatGPT just to understand them. Now, on the surface, that sounds bad, right? Like, your content is too hard. But to him, this was a massive signal. It was a sign of success. The filter was working. See, that comment was proof positive that his strategy was perfect. He was intentionally making his content so advanced that it acted like a filter. It pushed away the beginners he didn't want, and at the same time, it was like a giant magnet for the exact high-level clients he did want. It's brilliant. He made himself totally irrelevant to the wrong people and absolutely essential to the right ones. Okay, so let's bring all this together. What does this actually mean for you today? We need to turn this into a new lens, a new way you can look at your own marketing, starting right now. It's more than just a set of steps, it's a new perspective. So here are the big takeaways. Job number 1, figure out your customer's awareness level. Are they at the bottom of the stairs or the top? Then you've got to match your message to that exact level. Remember, you're building a relationship here, not just trying to make a quick sale. And here's the biggest one. Think beyond just tactics. Use this idea to strategically define your entire business. Who are you for? And just as important, who are you not for? That's how you carve out a space where you don't have any competition.
So I want to leave you with a couple of questions to think about. Take a really honest look at your business. What language are you speaking right now? Is it your language or is it your customer's language? And who is really listening? Answering that, really answering it, well, that could change absolutely everything. Thanks for tuning in to The Explainer.